Hi, I'm Ron Hock. We're here today in the College of the Redwoods Fine Woodworking Program's classroom. This is Laura Mays, the program director. Hi, Laura. How are you today?
Hi, Ron. I'm doing well. Thank you.
Good. Could you tell us a little bit about the program, what you do here, and something about the history of it?
Sure. Well, I'll start with the history. It was started in 1981 by a group of Mendocino woodworkers who invited James Krenov, who was at that point touring the United States on a book tour with, well, at that point he'd written 4 kind of influential books about woodworking. And it was the end of his tour, and they enticed him up to Mendocino, to Fort Bragg. And I'm not actually sure, but they persuaded him to start a program here. And this is the program that's been running since 1981.
Great. I hear there are some changes coming up. Can you elaborate on those for us?
Yeah, so we've been under the auspices of College of the Redwoods, which is a community college district based up in Eureka. And they are extracting themselves from Fort Bragg, and we are being transferred, not literally, but under the administration of another community college, Mendocino College, based in Ukiah. So we'll have different administrators, but we will be exactly the same program.
Will there be any changes in location, personnel, curriculum, anything like that?
Absolutely none whatsoever. It's going to remain exactly the same. Oh, there will be one change. We will be called the Krenov School.
We will?
We will, yes.
That's news to me too. Great,
yes.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay,
actually,
so
the building will be called the Krenov School, so anything that happens within here, both the 9-month program and the summer classes, will be in the Krenov School.
Okay, excellent. Can you talk a little about the curriculum here?
Sure. So it's very intense. It's 6 days a week, 8 hours a day. We focus on hand tools and the relationship to wood as a medium. We do use machines. You can see them through the door there to kind of break up the material at the beginning and to take some of the kind of slog out of it. But we focus on a kind of personal relationship, which includes using Hock blades to to work the wood. It's the same curriculum that James Krenov started. It's really remained remarkably unchanged, which I think is one of its strengths.
I agree.
Is that it's kept its focus, remained almost unique in having, it's a single program, a single course. So the students aren't being broken up to go and do a health and safety or a drawing or a computers. All their energy and focus is at the bench with what they're working on. And it gives them a real chance to immerse themselves and have a level of concentration and intensity that is kind of rare in our 15-second attention span world.
I agree.
You know?
This is the middle of October. Mm-hmm. They started in the middle of August. Can you tell us where they are in that curriculum now?
So for the first 6 weeks, the students do exercises, joinery and other planing exercises. And then they start to design and make a project of their own choosing under the 4 parameters that has to be small. These are very subjective. Mm-hmm. Sweet, like really nice, nicely made, very subjective. So there's a lot of talking about all those things. Solid has to be made from solid wood, not from veneer, which means that you have to take wood movement into account. That's one of the reasons we do that, and understand grain graphics. Like as you cut into a piece of wood, how are the graphics going to alter? If you cut a curve, you're going to get this kind of change in grain graphics. And the 4th S is that it should be simple. Again, very negotiable as to what simple is. A lot of people make wall cabinets because, well, that's kind of very Krenovian. And it's a great exercise in terms of hanging a door, probably having some drawers in it. They tend to be quite small. Mm-hmm. You have this, they're at your eye level, so you can kind of relate to it in this way. We discourage chairs in general because they are going to have more complex joinery.
Okay. So they're about 2 weeks into their first project.
Sorry, so we're just coming to the end of week 8, week 9. So they're coming to, yes, they're all on a project at this point. They all know what they're doing. And there's a lot of ways to enter a project. We don't just give them a set of drawings and say this is how you must proceed. They find their own way, and it could be from a piece of wood from the wood room that they choose, and they say, well, what can I make with this? Or what is the grain kind of like doing? How can I enhance this or utilize it? Or it might be that they have always wanted a particular item, in their lives, and so they're working in that sense. Or it might be that they want to try particular techniques. They were like, I like dovetails in the exercises, I want to cut more dovetails. So it depends. There are different ways into the project. Krenov said that you should enter a project with three kind of emotions. Curiosity, that you want to see how this thing is going to turn out. You don't know. You have an idea. You have a vague idea. Well, sometimes vague, sometimes less vague, as to what this thing is going to be. But you don't know quite what's going to happen. You have to be curious to follow that road. You need to have energy, because you're going to be with this thing for a while. You're going to be with it for. These students are going to be with it for up to 8 weeks. So you need to have the energy, the enthusiasm to carry you through that. There's going to be low points, and you need to want to do it, and uncertainty. That this is a journey whose destination is a little bit unknown.
It's intriguing.
Yeah, I know. I like that idea.
You say they'll be with it for 8 weeks. There's a deadline or a semester or
Yes, the deadline's the end of the semester, and at the beginning of the next semester, there's a show. We typically have a show, midwinter show, in the town hall in Fort Bragg.
Okay.
It'll be in January. This year it'll be January 14th. It opens.
Excellent.
Runs for 10 days.
Thank you very much.